We told you at the top of the hour, the First Lady takes the stage tonight to sell her husband's re-election bid and to defend the Democrats' argument that the nation is better off than it was 4 years ago. Joining us now with a preview of what else to expect down in Charlotte at the Democratic National Convention is Jonathan Strong with Roll Call. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning.
Let me ask this first. Paul Ryan is hitting this refrain, are you better off than you were 4 years ago, which we've heard at previous conventions and the like. Is that going to be the toughest hurdle for the Democrats to get over, the answer to that question?
I think so. I think the greatest weakness that President Obama has in asking voters to vote for him again is that the economy hasn't improved the way that you would have hoped 3 years ago. And that question is a difficult one to answer for Democrats, and you've seen them provide different answers. On the one hand, they don't want to say everything's going very well because you'll look out of touch. But on the other hand, saying that things aren't going well begs the question, well, why haven't you fixed the economy in the 3 years that you've had control of the presidency?
It also seems to me it's a curious position to be in because it's hard to argue. It's hard to say, well, yeah, things are better than they would have been. I mean, that may or may not be true, but we don't know how things might have been otherwise.
That's a kind of impossible to prove because we can't go back and try history again. So you're always in that difficult position, and there's many instances where if you save a calamity from happening, you don't get any credit. And so these are the kinds of problems that Democrats have. Whether that is true, a lot of people have looked at it, and there are different opinions.
What do the Democrats need to do? I mean, obviously you're speaking to an audience of supporters. Seems to me what they need to do, the supporters need to look very enthusiastic.
Right.
But what does the Democratic message need to be to the rest of the American people who may be tuning in?
Yeah, I think that the important thing is to give kind of a vision of how they're going to improve the economy and give some kind of direction, some vision that gives Americans a reason that they think things will get better with another term of Obama in office.
Do the Democrats have to address point by point the things that came up during the Republican convention? There's been much said about some of what Paul Ryan said being factually incorrect in his speech before the convention. Do the Democrats need to go point by point and argue those instances, or just stick to whatever their general message is? I
don't think so, and here's why. The polls so far show that the Republicans did not get a major bounce from the convention like you might expect. On the other hand, the good news for Republicans is Paul Ryan, when he was picked, many Democrats said that they thought that he would be a major vulnerability for Mitt Romney. We haven't seen the attacks take their toll on Paul Ryan the way they did, say, Sarah Palin, which is a very different circumstance, but still, right about now you would have started to see those damaging poll numbers come out, but we haven't. So they haven't. Paul Ryan's not become a big vulnerability. On the other hand, they did not get a big bounce from their convention.
Let's talk about some of the things that are going to go on during the course of the convention. Tomorrow, former President Bill Clinton speaks. And there's a very interesting dynamic there between Clinton and Obama. There has been throughout the Obama administration. How do you see that playing out? Is it important to look at Bill Clinton's speech and see just how enthusiastic he is?
Yeah, this is one of the most interesting stories this week because ever since Hillary Clinton ran against Obama in the primary in 2008, they've had a very tense relationship. And apparently they have kind of brokered a little bit of a truce in the last few months. The president took Bill Clinton out golfing one day, and they started to get a little bit more comfortable with one another. However, there are still very deep tensions between the two. And in fact, one of the interesting details to emerge this week is that Bill Clinton's top aide has told people he's voting for Mitt Romney, which is a kind of shocking betrayal. And the kind of political calculation here is supposed to be that he would want Hillary Clinton to have a more clear path to the nomination in 2016. But you kind of hear these little details come out about the behind the scenes where you see that it's really not as warm and fuzzy as on the stage of the convention.
Do we expect, aside from that, do we expect any news to come out of the convention?
The thing you're always waiting for is anything that's just a little bit different than what you expected is going to be a big news because it's such a highly scripted event that any deviation from that line is more significant than it would be in something more spontaneous.
I.e. Clint Eastwood last week.
Right. Right.
All right. Jonathan Strong with the roll call. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you
it's very
very
good
much.
to have your perspective on all this. We appreciate it. Allison, back.